What's up everyone, welcome back to Mark on Chain. My name is Mark and today we're going to talk about one of the biggest upcoming Solana NFT projects launching on the 20th of February. They have 53,000 Twitter follows and about 80,000 Discord members. So the project I'm going to tell you guys about today is the Orcs. So this project is super interesting. Not only do they have a Minty score of 94, which you can see here on this website is the highest of all the upcoming drops on the Solana blockchain, but they're also one of the Solana projects minting in the next month or two with the most amount of Twitter follows and the most amount of activity on Discord. As you can see, they're going to mint 88 unique orcs with over 500 unique trades, which is a crazy amount. Like, the art looks absolutely phenomenal. You know, like, the art is really good. I really dig the art. But some of the things that I particularly like about this project is their utilities. So when you're looking for a great project to invest in, you want to look at the utilities. Obviously the art is great. You want to have great art like some of the other projects I talked about in some of my previous YouTube videos. There will be a pop-up right here. In my last video, I spoke about two other projects which had really great art. Monkey Design Club, which is like this 3D ape style project. However, if you can see the orcs here, they do have really great art as well, but the thing that they have are great utilities. Many of the other projects has this as well, but the thing that is unique about the orcs here is their game. They're going to launch a game. If some of you've played it before, Hearthstone, right? Super popular game. I looked up the numbers right before, and they have about 28 million players in 2020. Hearthstone, right? Made by Blizzard. It's a huge game, right? And these orcs are going to be playable in the same type of way as Hearthstone is played. You can see their gameplay trailer right here. They dropped that 21 hours ago. So essentially your NFTs are going to be playable in the game. I'm not particularly sure if your specific NFT is going to be integrated directly into the game, but it's going to be somewhat the same player mechanics as in Hearthstone, which is a really popular game. So already that, you know, the graphics in this game that they've now presented right here are a lot better than in many of the other NFT collections based games, right? Or other NFT collections who launches their own game. So already by that, you know, we're sort of progressing a lot further, you know, in the last couple of months, you know, even in the last half a year. The games which are being developed or at least previewed now are getting better and better, right? We're in the early stages of these, both crypto games, but also NFT games. You know, it's like from 10 years ago. If you look back at the games 10 years ago, they seem boring and with bad graphics compared to what we have now, but that's sort of the stage that we are in. So you want to then look for the different collections and the different, you know, companies or the different types of projects which are then able to have great art designer, great game developers, stuff like that, because those projects in the end are going to last the longest, right? Because, you know, post the NFT bull run that we might be in right now, or at least NFTs are super popular, you know, in 2, 3, 5 months time, it's only a few of the projects which are launching this year there's actually still going to be around. So finding those collections or projects like the Orcs with great utilities and games is going to be huge. Like, that's a really good utility to have, because that means that that game obviously takes some time to develop, and after that they've launched it, they're going to monetize it somehow, which means that the price and the valuation of your NFTs is most likely going to go up based on how well the game does. Quick disclaimer, remember, I am not a financial advisor. I am not your financial advisor. Always remember to do your own research. I just share my opinions and my view of the different projects of NFTs, crypto, metaverse, everything like that. But if we jump back into the orcs right here, you look at their Twitter, they have great engagement. You can see the video from 21 hours ago has 21,000 likes. So they're obviously going really viral at the moment in the NFT space. The same, you can see that as well if we go over to the Minty score. I shared this particular website in a previous videos as well. I will link that right here, how to find great Solana NFT projects, the different methods that I use, and one of them being this website. But you can see here they have a Minty score of 94, which is really high. If we compare it to something called the imaginary ones, maybe you guys have seen them on the Ethereum blockchain, they have a Minty score of 99, right? 97, 97. So having a Minty score of 94 is really high. Also for Solana-based NFT project, you can compare them to the other ones launching here, right? It's really high, you know, obviously it's the #1 spot. But going back to their Twitter right here, they get a lot of engagement on their different tweets. Some of the different things we're going to walk through you guys what you actually get by buying an orc. If you get one of the 18 legendary orcs, that are minted randomly, you're gonna get $500 monthly for a whole year, right? That's $6,000 you're gonna get just for minting one, right? By being lucky. Who the fuck knows? Maybe you're lucky, maybe you're not, right? That's the fun part about minting. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. But actually, if you're super lucky with one of these ones, you're gonna get $500 per month. Just imagine what that one is going to be worth on the secondary market, because people know that they're gonna make passive income by just holding it, by just owning it, right? So already if you mint that one, you know, the price of it is going to be a minimum of $500, since that's what you make passively, or at least it's going to be $500 more than the floor price. But scrolling through their Twitter, you can see that they've been going on for a long time. You know, they started back in October, so it's not an overnight thing, right? They didn't start it a month ago, so that's sort of also a bit of a clarification, or at least something that you can feel a bit more comfortable with. Remember to do your own research. You know, you never know with any of these projects, but the different pointers at least seems like it's an established team, since they've been able to put all of these different things together, right? The trailer, they're gonna also have token, they're gonna have staking, right? They're gonna have the game, the roadmap is about to come out. If we drop over into their Discord right here, you can also see that I was looking through their Discord during their different latest announcements. As you can see right here, they stated that they were supposed to mint with magiceden, but based on the different things that happened with balloons, well, magiceden had to postpone a lot of their launchpad launches. That meant that they're now minting on their own website, which is really cool and really great as well, right? You just don't have it on magiceden, but the secondary market will most definitely also be magiceden, because that's one of the biggest ones, or if not the biggest one that people use the most, right? They're just not going to be minted on magiceden's launchpad. But you can see here they will have a banner on their upcoming collection. And yeah, you can see here a listing for each holder on the secondary market following our mint. So they will be listed on magiceden. After that they're minted, they're just going to be minted on their own website. But you can see here in their Discord, they have 81,000 members. Twitter, 53,000. The whitelist is still open, so you guys should definitely drop in. They just announced that they will be starting on 12th and 13th of February, which means that there is a lot of ways that you guys can actually go ahead and maybe get lucky and get a whitelist spot, right? So go ahead and grind your asses off in this fucking project, because I definitely think if you get whitelisted in it, there's a huge chance that you guys will make money. It's not, you know, nothing is never fucking certain here in this NFT space, but it's very hyped, and there's a lot of people trying to get this whitelist spot. So the more hype there is around it, and the more scarce that whitelist spot is, the more people will then talk about it. A lot of word of mouth, the more it will go viral. You saw their Twitter post regarding their trailer announcement for the game. Shit's about to go down for this project, basically. But they're minting on the 20th at 8:20 p.m. UTC. The mint price is still to be announced at the moment, but I wanted to go through the different parameters that I really think is interesting. First of all, a lot of Twitter members, they're gonna have token, they're gonna have staking, they have crazy art in their trailer for their game, and the game is based on one of the biggest card-based games in the world, Hearthstone, which people love. And not only do they have a lot of Twitter followers and a lot of Discord members, they have crazy amount of engagement on their different announcements. If you watch my previous videos, that's one of the things I talk about a lot. You wanna look at the engagement, the community engagement in their Discord. One thing is on Twitter, you know, people can buy likes, buy followers, buy whatever, but what you can buy, or what is at least a lot harder to buy, is engagement and excitement in the chat section in Discord, right? So if you go into their chat section right here, I tested before, they have a 15-second cooldown. And if you look here by the chat box, you can see several people are typing, which means that there are more than 4 or 5 people typing at the same time, all the time in this chat, which is crazy, which means they have a great community engagement, they have a lot of people hyped about the project, and thereby they will probably sell out really fast. When a project sells out really fast, there is less supply than what there is demand for. It's all supply and demand, you know, that's just how basically most of things works in life, right? FOMO, scarcity, but you know, supply and demand. There's less supply than what the demand is, which means the people will then buy it on secondary market, and thereby the price for the NFT is bound to go up, at least in theory. You never know, but that's at least the idea of it. And if you take a look at their different announcements in the Discord, you see they have 1,700 reactions on this announcement, which is fucking crazy. Like the amount of different reactions and engagement is just, you know, out of this world. You see they posted their official trailer announcement. All of the different announcements that they make get a lot of reactions. Not only some of them, you know, the same goes for their sneak peeks. You see their sneak peeks here, 1,700, right? 1,800. If we're going to special previews, you have 13, 1,000, 650, 413, 371, and so on and so on and so on and so forth, right? So you can see the art that they made. They have a lot of legendary one-of-ones. They had the other legendary ones, which will give you $500. They have over 500 trades. You know, I can just keep going on and on and on and on about the different things that they actually have. You know, it's a proper project, right? They have a lot of elements. Obviously, the thing is, are they going to be able to deliver on all of the thing? The art done. You know, they will post a roadmap really soon, the tokenomics of their tokens for the staking and all these different things. There's still obviously some days till that they launch, but it definitely seems like they just blew up like really crazy the last week or so. And then taking a look at their website, oh boy, I spoke about that in one of my videos one of the other days as well for Bizarre Platypus and the Monkey Design Club. We can see the website, there's elements moving like they're really playing. They have great artists, clearly, right? For both graphical elements, for the art of the NFTs, for their game. You can see the layout of the website is clean. They have their trailer, like it looks really good. Here's some other previews. Here's some more previews of the game actually, right? So you can see basically you're gonna have your deck. It's how Hearthstone works. I've been playing Hearthstone some years back, so I don't know if it looks like that still, but I assume that, right? And then you have your different abilities and your different skill sets for your NFTs, supposedly. I don't know, but supposedly. And then obviously you can see you can build your decks, right? There's different power-ups that you can use. Like here, they have the different power-ups that you can then use on your opponent. So a proper, well thought through game, proper art, staking and token, a lot of utilities for holders, you know, the list goes on. I'm definitely gonna try to cop some of these myself. If I'm able to get whitelisted, we'll see. I haven't been grinding it, don't really have that much time for that. But for some of you guys who have the extra time to go ahead and actually grind for these different whitelist spots, I would highly recommend you guys to do that. Because first of all, most of the time for the whitelist, you're secured to first of all buy one, right? Second of all, whitelist often gives you mint at a cheaper price. So already from the get-go, you've made money since you get it cheaper than what the official mint will be. Their NFT marketplace is either going to be on magiceden and solanart, probably going to be on different types as well, FR, digitize, all the other stuff. Exchanges for the Orcs token, which means that it's going to be pegged, so you can actually sell and trade your token after you've staked it. So when you earn the Orcs token, that means that you're then making passive income of owning the NFT, because then you yield the token by staking the NFT, and hereby you can sell that token. Just like I spoke about with the high roller hippo clique, I'll link that video up here. But that's some of the things, you know, with these passive income NFTs, they do really well. High roller hippo clique has a floor of 6 SOL. You know, all of these NFTs who has high yield of token or passive income per day, the value of the NFTs goes up because simply by holding it, you make money. Their team consists of 9 different people. The thing though is that they're not doxed. Maybe I've saw that they've made a couple different AMAs, so you might be able to find that, but they're not doxed. That's not necessarily a bad thing, to be honest. You know, you don't have to be doxed in a project at all, right? But speaking of Bizarre Platypus, I talked about the other day, they have a doxed team. But having a doxed team is by no means necessary for a project to do well or not be rocked at all. It just gives more confidence in the project that they're not rock pulling you, but they don't have to be doxed for the project to be good. And if you feel like they're genuine in the way that they're presenting the different things and they're showcasing, they're updating the community with the right amount of information at the right times, they're answering maybe a bit harsh questions or bad questions from the community without banning them from the Discord. All of these things are some of the things that you wanna, you know, make sure to look out for. I'm gonna make a video on how to avoid rock pulls, or how you can be better at avoiding rock pulls or projects which never actually does anything post mint. But yeah, so definitely look out for that. So that was a full breakdown of the Orcs minting on Solana on the 20th of February. I will link all of their links in the description down below. Please go ahead and leave a comment what you think about the project, or if there's another project you prefer over this one. And if you have some projects that you want me to go over and give my point of view on them, what I think about them, well, if I would mint them myself, go ahead and leave that as a comment down below. Please like the video if you got something valuable out of it. It helps the channel a lot and I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, and then I will hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.